So you wrote down your list of 12. These are the best, most accomplished athletes this century as ranked by ESPN.com.
Tell me how many I have.
Okay, go ahead.
In the top 10. Tiger Woods.
Tiger Woods is in the top 10.
Check. LeBron James.
Top 10.
Lionel Messi.
Top 10.
Tom Brady.
Top 10.
Conor McGregor.
No.
Floyd Mayweather.
No.
Serena Williams.
Yes, top 10.
Mike Trout.
No, he's like 30th.
Wow. Michael Phelps.
Yes, he's in the top 10.
Novak Djokovic.
Not in the top 10.
The list is null and void. Usain
He's
Bolt.
11th.
Usain Bolt.
Usain Bolt is in the top 10.
And Ronaldo.
Ronaldo is not in the top 10.
Okay.
All right, here's the list. You ready?
11th.
Did you rank yours? Or
Yeah.
you just wrote them down?
No, I ranked them too.
Who's one?
Woods.
Okay. Number one on their list, and this isn't like my biggest issue, but number one on their list is Michael Phelps. Which,
that's a bad list.
like, I will say 28 gold medals and 23 golds, like, that is kind of, you stop and go, wow. He won more gold medals in 08 at that one Olympics than any other athlete in a single Olympics ever. He broke the world record in 7 of his 8 races that year. Like, in 87% of your races, you're breaking a world record in one Olympics. Like, that is pretty remarkable. So I don't have a total problem with it. Okay. Serena Williams, number 2. Pretty accomplished.
Oh, boy.
Messi, 3.
That's right. I had Lionel, by the way. Number 3.
LeBron, 4.
Okay.
Tom Brady, 5.
Yep. I had him at 4.
Roger Federer, 6.
That's a mistake.
Simone Biles, 7.
Oh, boy.
Tiger Woods, 8. Now, you got to be kidding me.
Yeah, that's a joke.
Okay. You want to take it, throw it away in the garbage, and maybe they do it because it gets traction. And I know these lists are hard.
Yeah, but you throw it.
Tiger Woods is 8th on your list of the 100 most accomplished greatest athletes of the last 25 years.
That's ridiculous.
Get out of here.
Dumb.
There are 7 athletes more accomplished. Simone Biles. Come on.
What a joke. Go ahead.
What can you even say?
No, what's next?
Usain Bolt is 9.
Okay.
And Kobe is 10. I figured Kobe would
They
probably
put
be in
Kobe
the top
there,
10.
huh?
Yeah, Kobe is 10. Djokovic, your guy, is 11th.
Yeah, I got that.
That's the tennis player, not the Joker, the basketball player, the Joker, the tennis player.
Where do they have Cristiano?
13th.
All right, so he's in there. I didn't do
Steph
bad.
Curry, 14th.
Mike Trout, McGregor, and Mayweather.
I didn't. Mayweather is 25th on the list.
Okay.
I didn't see Conor McGregor on here. I don't
see-
think anywhere in the top 100, unless I'm wrong.
Nowhere in the top 100.
I don't think so.
Interesting. All right.
I don't think you should be.
Yeah.
I'll leave that up to you. I don't know much about MMA. I'll let you guys hash that.
How
one
many
out.
total soccer players did they have on the list of
Oh
100?
boy, there were probably 5 or 6. I'm guessing, maybe even a little bit more. Zinedine Zidane checked in at 50.
Yep. Zinedine Zidane.
There were only 2 hockey players. It's only Ovi and Crosby. The only thing I was gonna say, like, could you? Yeah, you probably couldn't. I was gonna say, like, maybe a little local bias, but like, Patrick Kane's 21st century is pretty good. You know.
Yeah.
He's an MVP. He's a 3-time champion. He's going to be the all-time American leading goal scorer.
Well, I think you can.
You know,
the way you get Kane on there is just look at the last, like, go from like 90 to 100.
Yeah,
And
like,
could you put Kane instead of
Like-
this cricket player?
yeah, I mean,
Like, I don't know anything about cricket,
I don't know.
but
I don't think a cricket
Darrell
player.
Revis, could he be on there instead of Darrell Revis?
Yeah, probably. I mean,
Could he-
Patrick Kane is more accomplished in his career than Darrell Revis
How about
is.
Rory McIlroy? Could you take Rory McIlroy off for Patrick Kane?
That's a good one. I mean, Rory still won like 5 majors or 4 majors. Is that right?
Isn't
guys?
James Harden on the list?
Yeah, he is. What has he accomplished?
What are we doing?
I mean,
Well,
like,
what's the point of
Patrick
the-
Kane is more
James Harden?
Patrick Kane's more accomplished than James Harden,
Exactly.
isn't he? I mean,
And also, I agree with Jurko. If Novak isn't in the top 10,
He's
like,
not.
what's the point of the list?
how do you
People
have Tiger
argue-
Woods at 8?
Right. And people argue Tiger's the greatest golfer to exist, and Novak is the greatest tennis player to exist.
They're
Period.
not in the top 7?
Right. Like, it's crazy.
It's crazy. It's completely asinine. to suggest that there are 7 more accomplished, better athletes this century than Tiger Woods, who spent 5.5 straight years. Let me repeat that. He spent 5.5 consecutive years, Jurko, as the world's #1 ranked golfer. Not for 1 minute in a 5.5-year stretch.
286 weeks.
Yes. Was Tiger Woods not the #1 golfer on the planet? It is completely asinine to make a list like this and say that he's the 8th best athlete.
Yeah, asinine. I think you can stop at just
Completely
asinine. I think you can stop at asinine.
What a waste of time.
Yeah.
Somebody, I mean, you ask people to work and put an effort, and then you compile a list like this.
Was it just me? And I'm glad Simone Biles is back, and I'm glad she's going to be featured. Didn't she fail at the last Olympics?
I don't think I thought she didn't perform at the last Olympics. Did she not?
Yeah, I mean, technically that's
failed.
failing, right?
She failed.
Well, I guess. I mean, I thought she didn't participate. What do you?
She got
Well,
dizzy.
she was there, and then she
She
didn't.
got dizzy.
She didn't like finish competing.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like she was
Well,
basically.
isn't
No,
in
all right,
athletics
then
isn't
that's
that
failure.
a failure?
She was on the team.
You can't in any world have a list like this where Simone Biles is ahead of people like Tiger Woods and Kobe Bryant and the Joker. I don't even know anything about tennis, and I could tell you. I mean, not that I know anything about gymnastics, but give me a break. I mean, it's completely ridiculous. Completely. I want to quiz you, not on the list. I like your list, by the way. You did a nice job, I thought, with your top 10. You had Usain Bolt in there?
I had Usain Bolt.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
He's 9th. He should be, too. He's very
Now, there's a
good.
guy that performs,
Of course.
doesn't get dizzy.
He was he was another guy who was setting world records, wasn't he?
Yeah.
That's why I don't like I get the Phelps thing. We figured he'd be very high on there. His run of dominance and what he did in that one Olympics was pretty special.
Never loses spatial awareness.
No.
No.
I like that video of remember the one where he wasn't even in the pool. He was just cheering. Remember when they were the relay? When he won that last gold and they didn't think they were going to win, and that last, whoever was the anchor of that relay,
The final leg.
the final leg came from I don't know, a couple, what do you call it in swimming? I don't know, lengths? I don't know, like horse
lengths.
racing?
Yeah, body lengths.
Couple of body lengths.
Body
right?
lengths,
It was
yeah.
like a couple of body lengths, but I don't know much about the Olympics, Adam. I'm sorry. But I know in '08 we were glued to the TV. I do remember that.
We
because,
were.
you couldn't stop watching him.
I guarantee it. Remember in, I think it was like the 200 butterfly or something? He beat the guy. They just out-touched him
Yes,
at the
just
line.
out-touched him, yeah.
Just beat him by a millisecond.
What do you call it? The paw? The hoof?
Hoof. He
I
out-hooved
got to
him.
hack it off.
He out-hooved him.
I'm going to quiz you. You ready, Yerk?
Yeah.
These are, now that we're getting close to the start of college football season, I want to see how brushed up you are on the new conference alignment, all right? So I'm going to name a school. I want you to tell me the conference in which they play now.
All right,
Ready?
hold on.
These are schools that have changed conferences.
Hold on. ACC, SEC, right?
Yeah, Big 10, Big 12.
Big 10.
And I think you named them. Yeah, there's no more Pac-12. Well, there are
Pac-2.
There are 2 teams in the Pac-12. That's the Pac-2. Do you know who they are?
The Pac-2,
Yes. Do you know who they are?
Washington and Washington State.
Washington State and Oregon State.
Oh, Washington. The Beavers, no home for the Beaver. huh?
Where are Washington and Oregon?
Big 10.
Yes.
Yeah, so Washington State and Oregon State.
The Cougars and the Beavers are staying. How do you make a conference with 2 teams?
You can't.
Poor school.
So I got ACC, SEC, Big 10, Big 12, and
ACC, Big 10, Big 12, SEC. That's really it.
Just
Yeah,
Four
Big
of 'em.
Four.
The Big Four.
oh
Yeah.
boy, what a
Carm,
shame.
did you see what the Pac-2 what they did for their media day
Oh,
or
that's
night?
sad. I didn't see this, but this has got to be.
It actually was
No,
cool.
it was
What'd they
awesome.
do?
They
I
had
didn't
they
see
had
it.
a Pac-2 after dark where instead of having the stuffy media day press conferences, they held an event at a bar and had people on stage, and there were free cocktails, and you could it was fun. They turned it into
It looked like a late night talk show.
yeah,
That's
Pac-2
awesome.
after dark.
All right, now
They
that's
had
good.
fun with it.
I'm glad. Let them embrace it and have fun with it. That's good. It's kind
It
of
is
sad
sad
what's
though,
happening
but
to that whole
it was
country.
kind of fun.
The Pac-12 is just, that's it. It's no
Gone.
more. I mean, it's sad. We're talking about the Pac-12. We're talking about the Rose Bowl.
We are.
Yerk. I mean, it's just that's it. All right, so Yerk, well, you nailed Washington and Oregon with a little prodding. They are now in the Big Ten.
Right.
Can you name the other 2 schools previously of the Pac-12 that have now joined the Big Ten? It is now the Big 18.
USC.
USC is one, and
And I would say UCLA.
Yurko, you are correct.
Los Angeles being a very important market.
So now there are schools all the way east to Rutgers, Where's Rutgers? Piscataway? Do I have that right? I believe it's Piscataway,
Yeah,
New Jersey.
it's in New Jersey.
Now you have as far east as Piscataway and Maryland, and as far west as Westwood and Southern California. So it's pretty wild. The Big Ten, coast to coast. All right, Yerk, where is Cal now?
Cal.
Yes, where is Cal?
I think Cal,
Did Chris just laugh?
Yeah, this is the best one.
because they're in the ACC.
They are in the ACC.
They got
They
all the way
all-
across the country
All
to travel
from
for
one
all
to
their
the other,
stuff.
Yurko.
Yeah.
It's so stupid.
It's so stupid. Yurko, where is Deion Sanders and his Buffaloes?
The Buffaloes. I think they're in the Big 12.
They are in the Big 12.
Yeah.
Nicely done, Yurko. What about Arizona? Former Pac-12 school Arizona. Arizona.
Yeah. Big 12 again.
They are in the Big 12.
Yeah.
Well, somebody was doing his homework this
I'm not
offseason.
doing homework. I'm just guessing what makes the best sense, except for California. Stanford, you're going to get me on.
I was just going to, that was my next one. Where's
Yeah.
Stanford?
The MAC.
No, it's got to be Big 12 too.
It's not the Big 12.
The SEC.
Not the SEC.
The Big 10.
Not the Big 10.
We're going all the way out to the ACC.
Nothing like Stanford and Cal being in the Atlantic Coast, the Atlantic Coast Conference.
All right, so that's the other team that's got to travel.
What about SMU?
SMU?
SMU moved.
I thought they had the death penalty.
No, not anymore. That was 40 years ago.
SMU is in the SEC.
Nope.
Big 12.
Good guess. Nope. That's another good guess.
Big 10?
Nope.
ACC?
ACC.
What the hell's the What's
Cal-
the ACC doing?
So Cal, SMU, and Stanford are now in the ACC. Who didn't I ask? Oh, Utah. This is a good one. Where's Utah?
Big 12.
Yes, that's correct. Nice job, Yerk. Along with Arizona, Colorado, and Arizona State. Oregon, UCLA, USC, and Washington are all in the Big Ten.
Big 10.
What about Texas?
Texas went to the SEC.
They did. They did. What about Oklahoma?
SEC.
They did go to the ACC. What about Army? I'll give you $100 right now.
Oh, Army still stayed an independent.
No.
ACC.
No, you're so close. The AAC. The American Athletic.
You didn't ask me for that.
No, I
You
know.
gave me
That's why I
four.
said I give you $100.
Hold on, Texas and who went to the SEC?
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
What a grind that conference is going to
That
be.
is going to be a grind.
New news out of the SEC now too. I heard from Shane Norling today that
What?
horns down will no longer be a penalty because in the SEC, football means more.
Yeah, that's fun.
Wait a
Good,
minute.
clean fun.
You used to get
In the Big
penalized.
12, if you were a player and you went horns down,
oh, is
you
that
got
to
right?
taunt
penalized.
They
Texas.
gave you a taunting
yeah,
penalty?
it was
Yes.
a 15-yard penalty.
I don't think
Welcome
I
to
realized
the
that.
That's why they all
SEC.
waited till the end of the game to do it. Whenever someone would
Yeah.
beat
I
Texas.
don't think I ever even
Now you can do
realized
it
that.
in-game.
Now you can do that in the game? Yeah, well, come on. That's harmless. Isn't it?
One would think.
Yeah.
You would think.
All you're doing is doing the horns down? I
And
mean,
you'd
come
get
on.
penalized.
Oh, that's silly. Come on. That's as silly as Tiger Woods being ranked 8th. I mean, that's
Yeah.
ridiculous. I don't think I ever knew that rule. How is that possible? That's kind of ridiculous. Did you also see, speaking of one more thing on college football, then we'll take a break and we'll do today's list. Did you see the news? So you know Northwestern's got to play in the Temp Stadium this year. How many years is that going to be, guys? Is it just this or is it 2 years? 2? Matt's saying 2 years.
I'm guessing too.
They're playing in that new stadium, like right on the water.
Right.
Right?
It seats like 12 people. Right?
It's about as many as go to Northwestern.
Man, how many does it seat up there? About 15?
1,500.
Yeah, it's-
15,000. 15,000.
No, I was going to say
sorry.
not 15,000.
15,000.
Michael Wilbon and friends.
15.
Yeah.
It'll still be Greeny, Wilbon, and friends.
Yeah.
And Teddy Greenstein. So there'll be like 15,000 people, but they're playing 2 games at Wrigley. They're hosting Ohio State on the 16th of November and then Illinois on the 30th. Did you see that? Remember last year they were on the same sideline. They've changed the configuration again. And I don't think, remember like 10 years ago, the wall was an issue. They had to play one way. I think they finally figured out a way to put the
That was
field.
Wrigley, right?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
There's 2 games at Wrigley this year, in addition to the Temp Stadium. And they finally figured out a way to actually put the field and the sidelines on each sideline. And they don't have to share a sideline. So
How
I don't know
did
what
it
took
take
them
this
so
many games to figure it out? Wrigley hasn't
Adam,
changed.
That's what I guess maybe it has, like with some of the seats that I don't know.
You never had to go one way.
But what I was going to say was Can't someone who's good at like geometry go in there and look and be like, oh, we'll fix
You'd
this?
think at Northwestern they'd find a nerd who could do it.
They're supposed to be the smart kids.
Wrigley's not new. The Chicago Bears played there until the early 70s.
Yeah, on a regular field.
Yes, on a regular
So,
field.
like, why is it that the smart kids at Northwestern, why did it take 3 games for them to figure out, like, oh, this is how we have to put the stadium?
They had to get a beautiful mind kid to come in and figure it out.
Yeah, they're
They had
too
to get a
busy.
Harvard kid.
They're too busy trying to tell the world how to think.
Harvard, Bob. What are we going to do up there? We're going to F up some smart kids. They had to go, funny, Jurko. They had to go ask some Harvard kids. We'll do today's list.